Hello, and how's everybody doing today? Today we are going to be installing the rest of the lift kit onto the 93 Impreza Project Wild M. And, well, it's kind of brought on by some problems. I did the lift kit on it before where I adjusted the height. And I adjusted the rear toe at the time, but apparently when I was rallying it and during the snowstorms we've had, I've been pretty hard on the car. It wasn't quite perfect, and we burnt the insides of the rear tires off to the toe angle. Now, that's fixable, but I need to get all the parts. Now I have all the parts, so we're going to go ahead and get this lift put on. Nothing special going on today. I am kind of excited because I stopped off at the junkyard on the way home the other day, and I picked up all the remaining pieces I needed. And this should go pretty quickly. I do have to change over, I think, the top hats from the struts on the rear of the car to the struts on the front of the car, and I think that's the only thing I have to change, actually. I'm going to take some time while I'm doing the front, and I'm going to adjust, test fit the front strut tower brace model, and then I need to make a duplicate of that to actually fill the front strut tower brace. I hope everybody enjoys this video. I gotta get to work. See you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, so I've gotten the car partially disassembled on the passenger side rear so far. Looks like it's going to start raining on me here in a little bit, but I'm getting it figured out. So what I found is that the 99 Outback wagon brackets are in fact about an inch of drop for the rear trailing arm. So these cost me $10 for the pair at the wrecking yard. So that was a good buy. I grabbed all the hardware with them and everything. The other thing I found is that the coilovers, or the rear McPherson struts, my rear McPherson struts have the front springs off of my Impreza on them. That virtually maxes them out. And them maxed out, they're 2 inches shorter than the bone stock rear struts off of the Forester. So that should get me instead of being 2 inches of lift, I should be at 4 inches of lift. Now, here not too long, I may upgrade to lift springs on those struts, but we're going to run this for a while and see how it goes. The other thing is, actually, that's it for right now. Just thought I'd give everybody an update. This is not going to be the typical video I do. It's got a lot of stuff moving around. So it's just going to be cut in and out. I'm going to be trying to at least get the rear of the car done today before it starts raining really badly. And I hope everybody sticks around for the rest of this video because it's going to be good once the car is all the way on the ground. If I can't get it done tonight before I update you guys, this video will continue on tomorrow. Hello, and how's everybody doing today? It's the next day of this, and I'm shooting the rest of the video. We are finishing up the install on the rear suspension in the car. I wound up getting busy and having to stop for the night with only one spring installed. So here's where we're at. Now it doesn't look like much, but when I installed these springs and struts over the fact that I had a 2-inch lift on the car with just a spring install, the car used to sit about ½ an inch off the wheels, which I have no reference to on this car because I wasn't mine before that. So I put the Forester springs on the front and the front springs on the back. That gained me 2 inches of lift, which was great. It did much better off-road. It ran the first Gambler at the height it was. It ran the second Gambler with the 2 inches. But installing these springs and struts I have gained 3 to 4 inches of additional lift on this car. It's huge. And I've already shown you guys the difference between the Impreza stock control or trailing arm mount and the Outback wagon trailing arm mount of a 97 to 99 model car. That helps keep the wheel well centered, even when it's drooped out like it is, so that the wheel doesn't rub at all. Other than that, it's a straightforward lift. Just gotta switch out the top hats off of the struts on the car, the ones that are going on the car, because the bolt pattern doesn't line up, and a lot of people say it's only one bolt that doesn't line up, but I looked at the bolt pattern for what I had and it was way different. So like 2 bolts wouldn't have lined up. I didn't feel like drilling anything out especially, so I just switched the top hats over. Well, in doing that, the top hats are actually different, and they add like a half an inch to an inch of lift additional on top of the springs and everything, which I figured out after putting that side together last night. Instead of having a half an inch of wheel gap, I now have about 6 inches of wheel gap on that side. If the car settles about a half an inch like it does, it'll be about 5 inches of lift total on this car at this point, on the rear. I don't know where the front's going to be yet, because I haven't gotten around to putting the springs on it, or putting the strut assemblies on it, but that's the fastest part of the whole deal. So I'm going to get this done, and unlike a lot of the videos I've done where I go through and I show you guys like step by step, I think I'm just going to hammer this one out, and we'll do the comparisons on things before and after on what it looks like. I'm hoping that after it's all done and I get the rock sliders and the rear bumper on it, it settles right around at about, maybe 4 inches of wheel gap or so. So that way I'm not destroying CV axles, but we won't know until we get it set up. So I'm going to get back to work, and I'll talk to you guys later. So we're finally done with relifting the Subaru. It came out a little funny looking with the rear end being higher than the front end, but it is what it is. It'll work. The reason the rear end sits higher is because I don't have the rear winch bumper on yet, but once I add the rear winch bumper and the rock sliders, it should level out. We added about 2 inches to 2.5 inches in the front, and currently about 3.5 inches in the rear. Settled down right about 5.5 inches off the tires. So it was only 2 inches above the tires when we started this. Other than that, I haven't done anything to the car. I fixed the toe out problem that was causing me to scrub the rear tires off, and now I have to buy or get a set of tires mounted on the car. Sorry. And other than that, I'm just going to give you a quick walk around of the vehicle, and we're going to see how much different it looks on camera. So I'm going to shut up and I'll do the quick walk around real quick. Okay, so after looking at it over, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but I will say this. The KYB struts I ended up getting ride much better than the struts I had, which I don't have a clue how old those were. And the springs I have, I almost think they're a lift spring, but I don't know. Because they are longer on the struts than the springs. They're tall compressed on the struts as the springs that came off of my struts were after they were decompressed. So we'll see. It appears to be riding great, and I gotta take it in and get an alignment on it now. So either way, it should be great for upcoming events. much more height, much more ground clearance, and now I can put bigger tires on it without having to worry about it. I'm trying to find a set right now. I'm looking at used tires mainly. We're going to shoot for, depends on if I get wheels or not, but we're either going to get a 215 75 R15 or a 235 75 R15, which would be about 28 or a 29-inch tall tire. So, either way, it'll be good. I hope everybody enjoyed this little video, just going over some of the subtle differences between the two changes when I had to do this lift. I am going to be adding some different components of the suspension down the road, and we'll go over that when we get there. But one of the biggest things I'm going to add is an adjustable trailing arm to recenter the wheels within the wheel arches. And then, yeah, that's for a future video. I did get the brackets test fitted for the strut tower braces, so I do still have intentions of having those done by, actually, tomorrow evening. I plan on having those done, or at least the prototype one done and fitted to the car. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day and enjoys the video. If you want, like and subscribe. If you also want to, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter in the description below. Bye.